it's interesting. Music wasn't something you discovered in like you weren't like a kid in a normal family, and then all of a sudden you saw Ozzy and you're like, I want to, or Aerosmith, you're like, I'm gonna, that's it. It was kind of like part of regular life. You know what I mean? And then the normal stuff was odd.
Were your parents also, I mean, you said your dad was a musician, but
my dad was, my mom as well. My mom sang as well. And my grandmother used to sing in the islands where we're from, you know, it goes as far back as silent movies. My grandmother used to play piano and sing at these silent movies and write original scores for these silent movies. It was insane. We just recently, my brother found something in one of the islands that they had from her original handwritten scores and stuff that she did from like the 1930s and 40s. It's insanity. So music is there. It's just automatic. And I think that's why when you say, it's like, that's why I always had a hard time looking at myself as a guitar player. Mm-hmm. I just play. I played drums, way more drums before I played guitar. Played bass way more before I played guitar. Piano as well. It was just around. You just like this. You would go. Then you'd watch, you know, fucking Bugs for a while. You know, Saturday morning cartoon. Then you go back and you play some more piano. Now, I wasn't getting any lessons. Nobody was fucking teaching us shit. We just did it. You just did it. And my brothers were in bands. You show up, you jump up on stage, you play a song. We played weddings. You did everything. You played. Portuguese clubs were a big thing, you know, still are. But like then it was like bands that would play all these festive feasts and stuff like that. So you go into, you're the youngest of the kids, you walk into one room, you hear the Beatles, Bee Gees. You go into the next room because of the age gaps in generation, then you're hearing like Hendrix. Then one day you walk in and you hear fucking Van Halen in 1978. And then that changes and your whole life up and rocks your world. And you're like, oh, what the fuck is going on there? You know, but it was Zeppelin, it was Queen, obviously. But it was like my brothers and sisters were the library. I never bought I never paid for one thing I paid for one. 145 I bought. Anybody want to take a guess? See how close you can get. We're talking
Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest.
Okay, anybody else?
I really wouldn't even.
I will give you my main guitar if you guess this, like my forehand, the only one that I play on.
Oh man, I should have actually tried this.
Ben is really
now.
hoping for that.
I'll give you another shot. Go ahead.
Can we have any hint whatsoever?
I'll give you one clue. It could be reminiscent of the singer in my band.
Which band? Gary Cherone?
Stream. I only have one fucking band. Come on. That's the mother shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Ben, I feel like you're the resident music historian.
No.
Here.
Okay, wait. Okay, that's the guess. Boston, what song?
Long Time Foreplay?
All right. I'm just going to tell you because you guys know it.
Yeah, I'm going to just...
It was Cars by Gary.
Oh. Here in my car.
I was in love with that riff and the vocal and the groove, and I don't know why. That's the only thing I ever walked into a store and bought a 45, and I went... Probably because I was broke and we were poor on welfare, but that's a whole other story. The library was my brothers and sisters and bands. I grew up, everything I've ever learned was from their library, their bedrooms, shit. I'd wait till they fucking leave. I can't tell you how many days I did school just to listen to music and go through shit and listen to shit and hide. I used to hide in my basement. Everybody thought I was in school. I broke a record one day. I think I missed 72 days of one fucking year of school just in my basement and listening to. I'm not kidding. And back then, it wasn't like, my mother didn't speak English, never fucking picked up the phone really. Everybody went, and they used to have that truant officer. They used to get in a fucking car like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They used to go look for you. They get into a car, a woman. I remember her till this day. My sister told me she just passed away like 2 weeks ago. This woman I gave her a career of looking for me. And somehow, I was always in the same place in my fucking basement, listening to music and playing guitar and shit. And the funny thing is like, she never worked that out, never came to my basement. And then somehow they passed me. God bless the fucking public school system. 72 days, you break a record, and they're like, get in the